Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully all of you are doing fine. Today I'm going to be talking about vendors. Yes, so in my previous video, if you haven't watched it already, it's basically an intro of the basics of what you need to know in order to start your business and a little brief bio about me. So if you haven't watched that already, then it will be down in the description box or it will be up here somewhere, so that you could click on it and join my journey. So before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your bell button so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, let's get to it. So I have 5 important questions that you probably might have or might be helpful for y'all. So I'm going to be breaking down each question, and hopefully this can help some of y'all. So let's get into it. So the first one is, do your research when looking for a vendor. It is important to do your research because you want to make sure you have the right vendor. And just because you found, like, let's say a great vendor, I suggest or recommend for you to have at least 2 to 3 vendors, because you never know, each vendor might have a different shipping. And let's say the first vendor, it takes about 3 weeks or even a month, and the other vendor takes about 2 weeks. So you know the estimate of when your things will get here, and you can also notify your customers as well, because let's say when you say you're out of stock, I will be restocking in a month. You know, you also want to be informative and tell your customers as well, because let's say if you have like a frequent customer, they'll know, like, okay, I'll shop in a month because she's restocking these pair of lashes and I need to, get them. So that's just an example. I'm just looking here because I did write down a lot. So don't rush. Just because something looks cute, it doesn't mean it can actually be the same when you receive it in person. And it's true. You don't want to get scammed, just because they have pictures and it draws your attention. Don't get it right away. Do your research. It is really important to do your research, because the more research you do, the more you could compare all the vendors that you have in your list and then choose from there, obviously. Let's say there's 3 vendors and all 3 vendors have the same thing. But I'm gonna give you an example. The first vendor, it has the thing that you want, but their pricing is a little bit expensive. The second one, it's the thing you're looking for, but the packaging is not all right. It's an average price. The last one, it's super cheap. The packaging is good, the quality, everything. Which vendor would you go with? The third one, right? So I'm just giving you an idea of, like, the more vendors you look into, the more options you have, and you have more to choose. Like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Like, this checks off my list. This is the goal. Okay. Second question: how do you know if it's a good vendor? So how I started looking for my vendor, I was looking on Instagram, I was looking on different websites and stuff like that online, and I came upon certain vendors, and it's gonna take time looking for the right vendor that you think would be it. How I knew it was a good vendor for me was by looking at their pictures of what they're selling. If there's multiple pictures, the more confident I feel. So pictures overall. If they're sending you pictures, ask for pictures. Don't be afraid to tell them, like, hey, can you send me pictures of this thing, of whatever you're looking for. Videos, reviews, people actually being honest and stuff like that. So that you will have to look on your own. And like I said, make a checklist, and then for each vendor, make sure if okay, they have good pictures, they have good reviews, etc., and the questions that I will be giving y'all, so that y'all can keep in mind. Third questions. Should I trust this vendor? I know it's scary trusting a vendor because you really don't even know this person, but you have to trust a vendor when you're at that final decision. And have that faith, that positive mindset that, okay, yes, this is my vendor. I trust this vendor. With all the pictures, videos, and reviews and research that I've done on my own, I trust this vendor. And overall, obviously don't choose a vendor that has like 3 reviews. Like, I'd be looking for vendors that have like 300 at least minimum, 300 reviews, or like how many purchases the person bought from this vendor. You have to go upon that. Don't settle yourself for less. Like, okay, this person at least have 10 customers that bought from it. Like, you could go for it, but most likely it could be a scam. I'm not trying to make y'all go through that. Thankfully, the vendors that I have been looking for, I haven't gotten scammed or anything like that. Also, when they're showing you pictures, videos, make sure they are wearing gloves. Why? Because during this pandemic, you're not trying to risk getting any customer or yourself COVID. You want to make sure their station is clean, sanitary, etc., etc. And obviously, once you receive whatever it is, like let's say for example, like the wand tubes I got from a vendor, I know she wore gloves. Like, she would send me videos and stuff like that, and pictures of like my package being okay. Like, I'm about to ship your package. This is how it looks like. Da 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 da. Right. She was wearing gloves. Even though she was wearing gloves, you still have to be clean and just be precautious, because you don't know. Like, I be overthinking when it comes to things like that. Like let's say my wand tubes are in here, right? And there's like a little box, just picture, and they're being traveled, even though it has tape and sealed. I don't know for how long she was wearing these gloves or whatever, like whatever's in the air. Even though let's say her station is clean, you just never know. You have to wash whatever you're gonna receive. Obviously, lashes, you can't really wash them, but like I said, when they package, like I'm gonna show you and give an example. So the lashes I have on, I'm going to be putting them on the website very soon when I have the website. So you see it came in 3 little things. That was one vendor I really liked about this, because I know nothing is gonna get in the lashes. She was also wearing gloves. The other vendor that I had, she didn't have like this extra lid. Everything looked good and everything, because why? Because she included like different Ziploc bags and sealed them, and obviously put a rubber band over it, individual of whatever size of lashes I had. She put them, like let's say there's 10 styles of the same one, she'll put them in that one bag, and sealed. Like, the package was really good. So yeah, make sure like they're clean and stuff like that. Like, you don't want like a dirty vendor, and let's say once you get your things, like what's that stain or whatever, be mindful when you're looking for a vendor. Why? Time is different from wherever you're at, because most of these vendors are from China, believe it or not. They are known for manufacturing a lot of different things. So most likely when you're awake, they're still sleeping, So when you're looking for a vendor, be prepared to be, sleeping a little bit late than usual, so that you could communicate. Sorry for the background noise. So that you could communicate and ask your vendor questions. And I recommend to text them, because they mostly use WhatsApp. If you're not familiar, it's this little app right here. I would recommend them at least from 8:30 p.m. to 12 p.m. if like depending on your sleeping schedule. If you sleep later than that, then you're not gonna have a problem. But for those, you know, that still have to wake up early because like let's say they got school or like they have to work or whatever. Sorry, I have my nephew right here and he's currently sleeping because I put him to sleep. But yeah, so then just be mindful of the time because, you know, depending on where you're from, it could be different. So do your research on that. Okay, sorry. I had to wake up my nephew because he woke up and his dad finally got home from work. So I was like, you know, go with your dad. You know, it's time for him to wake up either way because he usually takes a nap for like 2 hours. And then when his mom is about to come from work, that's when he goes to sleep again. So we have like a whole sleeping schedule for him. Anyways, it's irrelevant to this, but just letting you know, when you're communicating with your vendor, make sure you know what you're asking. Why? Because, for example, for me, I'm gonna say lashes just because I'm gonna be selling lashes. You're selling soap, shoes, whatever it is, obviously you're gonna rephrase it differently. So if you ask, can I see what type of lashes you have, like can you just send me pictures, the vendor is going to be like sis, like you don't know what you want, like, you know, because obviously you know this vendor has lashes but you want to see all of them. It could be a little bit problem because they could take advantage of you and you want to be prepared to know what to ask for what you're looking for. Like I said, know what you're asking for, what you're looking for, because I feel like they could take advantage of you just because they're gonna see that, okay, this person don't know what she wants or doesn't know what she wants specifically. They could take advantage of you because they're gonna be like, oh, she's a newbie, you know, she's a beginner, she's literally starting her new business or whatever it is. They're gonna charge you more, basically. I feel like there are really people that are a little bit mean, you know, but you know, in this world it's all about dinero. And sorry if I keep looking down, I'm just making sure I'm writing down what I had because sometimes I tend to forget, so I want to make sure I'm putting out there all the points that I have. Okay, so the final question. Ask questions. Yes, don't be afraid to ask questions. The more you ask, the more you know about their products or items or whatever they're selling, and it will help you know what you're looking for exactly. You know, I'm gonna put out some questions out there. Ask them, how much is it shipping? Is there free returns? How long does it take for it to ship? Tracking, like, you know, are you gonna send me a picture of my tracking, whatever, so that you can make sure like, hey, my thing's on the way or whatever. When would it get here, like, to me, like, so that you can know and estimate, so like for like in the future, like let's say if you want to order from them again, you know, okay, so let's say I have like 5 more lashes in my cabinet or whatever, I'm gonna start ordering, so you know, so that you could keep on track, like, okay, I know it's gonna get here in 2 weeks, so you know, I'm gonna restock, da 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 da. Like, ask them, like, what if it comes broken? Like, do I get a refund or will they send me another one? You know, do I have to pay for shipping again or is it included? You know, read the policy. Like, believe it or not, some of these vendors do have policies, just as websites, like you know, return policies. Ask them, like, what is that MOQ? Their MOQ means minimum order quantity. So overall, like I said, ask questions, don't be afraid to ask them. Be prepared, don't rush it. Like I said, it's a process. Everything takes its own time for each thing. I feel like at the beginning of when you're starting your business, it's gonna be stressful. You're gonna be like, oh, this is so hard or whatever. Don't lose that motivation. Have a positive mindset. Like I said, have faith that everything's going to go right. I know it could be annoying and feel like frustrated when it comes to starting your business, because I feel like in the beginning it's all like the hard part, because you know you're starting new and it's a new, you know, journey for you, a new thing that you're doing, and obviously it ain't easy, and everything takes its own time. Like, you know, from everything that you need in order to start your business, like you need to search up for vendor, you need to search up for, you know, packaging, all of these things that you need, like the ingredients if you have to make a soap or whatever it is, lip gloss, whatever, you know. It takes time and it's a process, like I said, but after you know the game, girl, you're good to go. So that is it for my video. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned something new, or hopefully this video was helpful for y'all. If it was, give this video a like. Comment down below if you have any questions, concerns, or something that I did not answer in the video. But if I did answer questions in the video but you did not see all of the video, well then you should watch the whole video so that you won't be like, oh, I don't think she answered this. But yeah, like I said, I will be happy to answer some questions down below if y'all do. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell button so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And stay tuned for further videos. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Stay safe. Bye.